Hello everyone and welcome to the pre-half marathon training vlog. I decided this week to just do a little bit of an insight into what the training looked like leading up to the half marathon. That was the plan anyway, because the focus was obviously on trying to get race ready. There was still a normal working week involved, but like I say, just to mix it up a little bit. I do have another vlog waiting to go, so I will get that edited and live, and that will be just a normal week in the working life building the business. But for now, please enjoy the half marathon training vlog. So I started on Monday with my hybrid training class, which has been absolutely kicking my ass recently. I thought it was far enough out for me to be able to ache for a few days, but also build up a little bit of my cardiovascular ability, because the fact that I can run longer distances than I've ever been able to run before, but I can't handle a 45-minute HIIT class is quite mind-blowing, but hey ho. So we had, I think it was 5 or 6 different stations, and we supersetted on each station, and you have, can't remember on each, I think it was like a minute or 30 seconds. No, it was 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, I believe. And then you would do your first station and then move on to the next one, and then basically keep going round. And we did 3 rounds of this in total. Good morning, it is Wednesday morning, and I thought I'd just jump on just to have a little bit of FaceTime with camera early on in the video. I'm just about to jump on to the treadmill to do I think I'm going to do a 5k, between 4 and 5, sort of see how I feel. Everything this week, because obviously we're slowly leading into Sunday, everything is just light, just shake the legs off. It's not really like training runs, they're just kind of keeping that base, keeping you moving, rather than trying to push yourself in any way. So I'm literally just gonna sort of set a timer for like half an hour and just run. So however far that gets me, we shall see. I took yesterday as a rest day, because on Saturday I did my 16k, which, to be honest with you, I found quite tough. I think I found it tough because I was quite bored. I got to a point and I was quite bored. It was really hot out. But so I think that I'm going to be fine on the half marathon, but I don't think I'm necessarily going to find it that easy, obviously, because it's half marathon, but it's going to be a bit more intense than maybe I first thought. So yeah, we'll see. And then on Sunday I did quite a heavy leg session, and then on Monday, you would have seen on Monday I did that class. So I just took yesterday as a rest day. Today I'm going to do this 5k, and then this afternoon I'm going to go to the gym just to do a little upper session, for no other reason than just because it's now before work. Now I'll spend the whole day just sat down, and then I just want to do something like after work. So yeah, just going to go do a little upper, and then the rest of the week, I think tomorrow I'm just going to do a nice little walk in the morning. Friday, I'm not sure. I've got it all written down, and I don't know why I'm trying to like map it out for you when I'm literally going to show you. But I know that Saturday I'm definitely going to do a little shakeout run, so to speak, and yeah, before the race on Sunday. So nearer the time, I'll sort of show you any fun things that I eat beforehand. I don't think it's going to be crazy. My mind is almost blanked out the marathon, and I can't remember what I did to carb load before. Once again, I didn't take it too crazy, but I don't want to do anything that's going to risk any sort of, issues. I won't go too much into that, but any sort of issues while I'm running, so I need to go careful. But I'm not sure what I had last time, so I can't replicate that, because last time I was literally perfect. I had energy and no sort of stomach issues. I was taking gels on easy, so who knows. Anyway, I am putting off this run, so I am going to get to it, and I will see you for not my upper workout later, but I'll see you for my next training session to do with the half marathon, whenever that may be. So I will catch you later. As the week continued, I wanted to keep everything a little bit light on my legs, so I actually went on multiple walks on Thursday, just to stay as active as possible, but without overdoing it on my body. And as you can see, it was a beautiful day, so I started out with a countryside walk in the morning, and then I was actually in London during the day, so went for a little river walk in the afternoon, which was a nice change of scenery, and it was just a good excuse to get out and keep my legs moving. I filmed what I could of the actual half marathon itself, but as you can see, that wasn't actually that much. I like to keep running and try not to stop as much, and there was a point where I got up my phone and tried to do a little selfie video, and honestly I looked at the camera and it was just horrendous, and I don't think I was making much sense because there was obviously a lot going on around me and I was a little bit overstimulated. So I just filmed some little B-roll clip, and then I will do an overview chat in just a sec, so bear with me. Hello guys, so I thought I'd do a little rundown, a very little rundown, because I didn't get a lot of footage from the actual half marathon itself. It was easier said than done, obviously running, everything's like this anyway, so I don't know what I'll use and what I won't use. And then any time that I put the camera on me to talk, I took one look at myself and was like, absolutely not. Like there's a limit I will go to put myself on the internet, and that was a little bit too far. So we're now a few days forward from the half marathon, and apart from feeling a little bit run down in terms of like illness, my body feels good, so that's positive. We've recovered. On the actual day itself, everything went amazingly. I mean, for me personally, I went in with my own goals. I was never gonna win the race. I was never gonna be a top female competitor, but I had my own ideas, and I don't think I shared them with anyone. I may have shared them with one other person, but I was like, I'm not going to put that pressure on myself because there's no need. It's a race that I wasn't even wanting to do. I was potentially going to pull out, but I just thought to myself, why pull out? You'd regret it if you did pull out, so you might as well just do it and give it your all. Anyway, I ended up beating what I thought I was going to get, which I'm so happy about. And I'm not going to tell you the length of time because there's no point. But for me personally, in comparison to where I was at last year at the marathon, I ran it 1.5 minutes per K quicker than I ran the marathon last year, which is a lot. I got through quicker. I felt better. Obviously, it's a half, but just in terms of my feeling towards everything, my heart rate was super comfortable the whole way through. I fueled perfectly, and I ended up finishing the race, and I was just absolutely ecstatic. And it didn't really take long, and then I felt little bit better, and I was at the pub a bit later having a few drinks. So all in all, I would say that I am just so proud and super happy that I've done it. And I don't need to do a big long run for a little while anyway. I'm going to have a bit of time. I'm going to review my workout schedule, which you'll see as I do my weekly vlogs. I'm not going to go too much into detail because that's not why most of you are here. But yeah, all in all, I'm just really happy, and thank you for joining me on this week. Next week resumes to a normal week in the life working vlog. But yeah, just for this week, I thought because the focus was on the half marathon, let's put out a video that is just focused on my training leading up to it and the actual race itself, which is been and gone. And as I say, I'm super happy. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next week.